Hey guys, what's up? It's the Crazy Genie here, and I'm about to talk to you about the new signings the Montreal Canadiens have done. Brandon Prust, Francis Bouillon, and Colby Armstrong. I'm actually extremely excited about this because these are three gritty players who come to a low cost, except Prust, and I'm gonna get to that. But they come to a low cost, 1 million 1 year for Colby Armstrong. Same thing with Bouillon, 1.5 I think for a year. I have no problem with that. That's just signings to fill up holes. Like a lot of people say, we're trying to rebuild and we don't want to get like beat up every game. So you have to sign greedy players to protect our stars, or upcoming stars as well, like Galchenyuk, who I think should play in Sarnia, but that's another thing. So and get talking about the profile here. Okay, I'm gonna start with Brendan Prust. I was actually really surprised when we got him because it was just a guy who I really admired. I mean, he led the league in fighting majors this season. If that doesn't say anything, then I don't know what will. Because this guy is as gritty as they come, for wingers. He's not big. He's only about 6 foot, 195 pounds, but that's okay. I mean, he plays big. He has the mentality of a winner, and he wants to win. And he's ready to fight against the toughest guys. You've seen him go up against Lucic, against Gostad, against literally almost everyone who's tough in the league this year, and he's done all right. Um, the only fight who I seen him lose at a big margin was probably the Lucic fight. But I mean, everyone loses against Lucic. He's just too big, too strong. But I have no problem with that. If he's ready to go up against them, then great. He still always has a chance to win. I mean, he's more of a, like someone else said, he's more of a grappler than a fighter. A little like Travis Moen. They play a little more safe. They're not like Staubitz who just go out there and leave their whole face open. But it's basically a risk for gain fight, where you might lose the fight, but you might actually beat the shit out of the other guy. So that's actually quite entertaining. Too bad we had to let Staubitz go. I think he signed 2 years with Anaheim. But when I saw that, I knew someone was coming. Something was coming. Like a new player was coming because he was quite valuable to our team. You could see how our team was tougher when he was in the lineup, and we needed that toughness. So with Prust now, Armstrong, White, Moen, it's going to be quite interesting to see what will happen against the Bruins next season. I'm actually quite excited. Now talking about Colby Armstrong. Colby Armstrong is he played with the Leafs last year. I think he missed a lot of that season though. He's a guy who can score goals. 15 goals is pretty much his average. He's already scored over 20, I think 22 goals back with when he was playing with Crosby. But yeah, I mean it's all right. I mean it's a great production for a guy who plays a third and fourth line. He's sort of like Travis Moen, who fights a little less but scores more goals. So I have no problem with that really. He's a hardworking guy. And we don't get him for nothing. We got him for a reason. Michel Terrien is gonna come and he's gonna try to get the 100% of 110% actually out of everyone. I think that's a great idea. Especially looking at our lineup, top six forwards are actually quite small, except the first line with Cole and Pacioretty there, but Desharnais, Gianta, all these players are quite small. So you gotta slice it up there, and I think bottom four is actually quite great now. You just gotta work on the top six. What am I saying? Bottom six and bottom six and our top six. Bottom six is alright. Top six has to get bigger, and also our defensemen need to get bigger. I think there's a deal coming because it's absolutely ridiculous the size of our defensemen. We got Bouillon. Yes, he's physical, but he's only 5'8", so you have to add some size there. Yeah, talking about Bouillon, he's actually, I kind of like this signing. It's a 1 year contract, so if anything goes wrong, you can always train him at the midseason because teams always want extra defensemen going into the playoffs for depth. So it's okay. We can always trade him away. He's a veteran, so teams are going to want him at the free agent trade deadline. Sorry, but he's also a physical defenseman. He's quite physical. He's got strong for his size. You know, you kind of underestimate him coming down the lane, and then he just rocks you, and you go like, what the hell just happened? You know, he's actually not that small. He's 5'8", but he's actually about 200 pounds. So that's a pretty big 5'8" player. And yeah, I'm quite excited about this the signing. I think it's great. It's gonna help our team toughness back on defense. We needed that. A guy who can fight as well. So I have no problem with that. As long as they fight, you know, and they're signed for a year, you know, keep on going. So also talking about top six, we have to get another score, in my opinion. A 1-year contract, I think, would be great. Getting a guy like Yager to play with him, with Plekanec. Because if Bork doesn't get it done, then you know you can always trade him away, and you have Yager to play with Plekanec. So I think that's what's necessary, because you're looking at our lineup right now, and we don't have that much scoring talent on the top 6 lines. Yeah, we got DRN, Cole, Pacioretty. Those are great players. Then we got, you know, and it falls off a little bit. We got Plekanec. It's great. He had a bad season last year, but I think he's going to bounce back. And you have guys like, this video is getting really long, I know. You got guys like Gianta who are not that bad, but they, I mean, they're small, but, I mean, they can score goals. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. You got a guy like Bork. That's the left wing. That's the question mark, big question mark here, because I think this spot right here is going to decide whether we're going to make the playoffs or not, because if we can get a good left winger to play with Plekanec, Gianta, roll that line, that we're going to make the playoffs, because that line really was not productive last year. That's what kind of made us sunk back to 15th place. And the reason I say this is because I know a lot of people want to say, give, you know, another year rebuild, but we have to at least try to make the playoffs. And if we see we're not making the playoffs, and just, you know, throw a towel and trade everyone away who's going to become a UFA, kind of like Bouillon and Armstrong. But, you know, it's okay. I'm fine with that, as long as you try. So thanks for watching, guys, and peace.